Most of us grew up hearing the same advice. Eat more seeds, they're nature's little miracles. Packed with fiber, loaded with vitamins, and straight from the earth, they've been praised for decades as the ultimate health booster. But once you hit your 60s, that picture changes in ways almost no one talks about. Recent research has uncovered a surprising truth. A few seeds that many older adults eat every single day can quietly trigger inflammation, damage blood vessels, and even speed up aging from the inside out. Over time, that slow hidden damage can snowball into joint pain, heart problems, and a loss of the strength and energy that once felt effortless. One study in the Journal of Gerontology revealed that just one type of seed caused inflammation levels in seniors to surge by nearly 70% in only 3 weeks. Even more shocking, it's still advertised as a heart-healthy staple in grocery aisles across the country. That's why today, we're pulling back the curtain on 4 seeds you should remove from your diet immediately, and 4 powerful alternatives that can calm inflammation, strengthen your joints, sharpen your mind, and help restore the energy you thought you'd lost. Before we dive in, I want to hear from you. Which seeds show up most often in your meals? Have you ever felt bloated, stiff, or noticed your skin acting up afterward? Drop your answer in the comments, because we actually read and respond with tailored tips. Alright, let's start with one seed that looks completely harmless, but for people over 60, it can quietly throw your entire system out of balance. Seed 4 to avoid. Sunflower seeds. At first glance, sunflower seeds seem like the picture of good health. You'll find them sprinkled over salads, tucked into trail mixes, blended into snack bars, and praised everywhere for their vitamin E. They feel natural, harmless, even smart. But for people over 60, eating sunflower seeds regularly can quietly set off a chain reaction inside your body that's anything but harmless. The problem lies in their fat profile. Sunflower seeds are loaded with omega-6 fatty acids, and while your body does need some omega-6, the real issue is imbalance. When omega-6 far outweighs omega-3, which is exactly what happens in most Western diets, inflammation starts to build up like a slow, silent fire. Over time, that imbalance stiffens your joints, irritates blood vessels, and makes it easier for cholesterol to harden along artery walls. Take Emily, for example. She's 70, a retired librarian who eats clean, walks daily, and never imagined sunflower seeds could be a problem. They were part of almost every meal, sprinkled on oatmeal in the morning, added to salads at lunch, blended into homemade snack bars in the afternoon. When she started feeling unusually stiff and achy, her doctor ran blood work. Her C-reactive protein, a key inflammation marker, was 3 times higher than recommended. The solution wasn't medication, it was a simple swap. She removed sunflower seeds completely. Within just 10 days, her swelling began to ease. After a month, her walking endurance jumped from 10 minutes to 40 without fatigue, and her inflammation markers dropped by 42%. If you're over 60 and deal with nagging joint pain, unexplained fatigue, or rising cholesterol, it might be time to rethink sunflower seeds. Their healthy reputation masks a subtle but powerful inflammatory effect that only gets more dangerous with age. And sunflower seeds aren't the only sneaky culprit. There's another seed hiding in plain sight, one you probably eat every week without realizing it, and its effects go straight to your heart. Seed 3 to avoid, cottonseed oil. Unlike sunflower seeds, cottonseed usually isn't something you sprinkle on a salad or grab by the handful. In fact, most people never actually see it. But here's the catch. Many older adults eat it every single day without realizing it, because cottonseed often sneaks into your meals in its oil form. Cottonseed oil is a cheap, heavily processed ingredient that food manufacturers love to use. You'll find it buried in the ingredient lists of things that look perfectly healthy: whole grain crackers, granola bars, low-fat salad dressings, and even some cereals. Its quiet presence is exactly what makes it so dangerous for seniors. The cotton plant naturally produces a compound called gossypol, which acts as a built-in insect repellent. That's great for keeping bugs away from crops, but not so great when it ends up inside your body. Research has shown that gossypol can disrupt heart rhythm, interfere with muscle contractions, and damage mitochondria, the tiny structures inside your cells that generate energy. Sophia's story is a perfect example. She's 73 and decided to clean up her diet by switching to low-fat snacks and healthier packaged foods, things like boxed granola, reduced-calorie dressings, and whole-grain crackers. Within weeks, she began feeling strangely tired. Her chest fluttered at night, and her calves cramped without warning. Her heart tests showed no major blockages, yet something was clearly off. When she took a closer look at the ingredient lists, one thing stood out. Cottonseed oil appeared near the top of almost every package. Once she cut out every product containing it and replaced them with simple whole food swaps, roasted chickpeas instead of crackers, olive oil dressings instead of bottled light versions. The change was dramatic. Within 2 weeks, the cramps were gone. By week 3, the palpitations stopped completely. Her energy returned like someone flipped a switch. Cottonseed oil is cheap, hidden, and rarely talked about. But for anyone over 60, it can quietly undermine your heart rhythm, muscle health, and daily vitality. So the next time you pick up a packaged health snack, flip it over and check the label carefully. The danger might be in the fine print. And believe it or not, there's another seed that seems wholesome but can steal essential minerals right out of your body. Minerals your bones and joints rely on to stay strong. Seed 2 to avoid: sesame seeds and tahini. You've seen them on burger buns, sprinkled over stir-fries, blended into hummus, or baked into those super seed crackers that line health food aisles. Sesame seeds have a long-standing reputation as a wholesome, ancient ingredient. But for people over 60, they come with 2 quiet problems that can slowly chip away at your health without you noticing. The first issue is something called phytates. These are natural compounds found in seeds that bind to minerals like calcium, zinc, and magnesium, making them much harder for your body to absorb. For younger people with efficient digestion, this isn't usually a big deal, but as we age, nutrient absorption often declines on its own. So when you add high phytate foods like sesame, on top of that, your body can end up starved of the minerals it needs to keep bones strong and joints resilient. The second problem is something most people have no idea is growing: sesame sensitivity and allergy. In 2023, the FDA officially added sesame to the list of major allergens in the U.S., after a sharp rise in adult cases, many in people over 50. Unlike the classic allergy symptoms we think of, swelling, hives, or severe reactions, sesame issues in older adults often show up in subtle, chronic ways: stubborn nasal congestion, fatigue, dry skin, joint stiffness, or persistent bloating. These are easy to shrug off as normal aging, but in some cases, sesame is the hidden trigger. Isabella's story brings this to life. She's a 65-year-old retired nurse who spent years struggling with dry patches on her elbows, nagging joint aches, and constant bloating. She eliminated dairy, gluten, and even red meat, but nothing helped. When she finally did advanced food sensitivity testing, sesame lit up like a warning sign. The culprit? Her daily serving of hummus, packed with tahini, which is nothing more than pure ground sesame. After cutting sesame completely and swapping in nutrient-rich fats like avocado and walnuts, the results were stunning. Within 2 weeks, her skin started to heal. Her digestion calmed, and the joint pain she'd lived with for 6 years began to ease, leaving her feeling years younger. If sesame oil, hummus, or multi-seed crackers are a regular part of your meals, it may be worth taking a closer look. For seniors, sesame's nutrient-blocking phytates and growing allergen risk make it a sneaky saboteur in what might otherwise look like a healthy diet. And if that surprises you, the next seed will truly catch you off guard. It's one of the most celebrated superfoods in the world, but when eaten the wrong way, it can turn dangerous fast. Seed 1 to avoid: dry chia seeds. For years, chia seeds have been marketed as the ultimate superfood. Tiny, black, and unassuming, they're praised for their omega-3s, fiber, and antioxidants. You'll see them stirred into smoothies, sprinkled over yogurt, or packed into clean snack bars. But here's the part almost nobody talks about. If you eat chia seeds the wrong way, they can actually be dangerous, especially for older adults. Chia seeds have a unique property. They can absorb up to 12 times their weight in liquid, turning into a gel-like substance. That's part of their appeal. They help you feel full, support digestion, and keep energy stable. But the problem comes when people eat them dry or only partially hydrated. Instead of expanding in your bowl, they expand inside your digestive tract. For younger people with quick digestion, this might only cause mild bloating. But as we age, digestion naturally slows down, and the esophagus can narrow slightly. In this situation, dry chia seeds can swell inside you, leading to choking, blockages, or severe constipation that doesn't go away with a simple remedy. Ethan learned this the hard way. At 70, he was trying to improve his health. His daughter gifted him a superfood starter kit, complete with chia powder. Every morning, he stirred it straight into cereal and smoothies without soaking it. Within days, he felt bloated, uncomfortable, and constipated. By the end of the week, he was pale, weak, and hadn't had a proper bowel movement in nearly 7 days. Doctors discovered that the chia had formed a dense mass in his digestive tract. The fix was simple but urgent. Stop the chia, hydrate, and use a gentle laxative to clear the blockage. Once he switched to overnight-soaked flax seeds, which are much gentler, his digestion returned to normal in just 3 days. Here's the truth. Chia itself isn't bad. When it's soaked properly, overnight in water or milk, it can actually support healthy digestion and cholesterol. But eating it dry is a gamble, especially if you're over 60 and already dealing with slower digestion or reflux. And here's the good news. For every seed that causes problems, there's another that can protect your body, sharpen your mind, and keep inflammation at bay. Let's flip the script and look at the 4 seeds that can work for you, not against you, starting with one that looks similar to a troublemaker, but couldn't be more different. Seed 4 to embrace. Black sesame. Not all sesame seeds are created equal. Most of the sesame you see on burger buns or in store-bought tahini is white sesame, hulled and processed, and along the way, much of its natural nutrient power is stripped away. But its darker counterpart, black sesame, is a completely different story. Black sesame seeds keep their natural shell intact, preserving a wealth of minerals, antioxidants, and plant compounds that give them their deep inky color and their powerful health benefits. One of their most remarkable features is their lignin content, a group of antioxidants that act like cellular bodyguards. They shield your brain, blood vessels, and tissues from oxidative stress, a type of cellular damage that speeds up with age and fuels inflammation, memory decline, and cardiovascular issues. Take Olivia, a 66-year-old retired math teacher. She'd been noticing brain fog creeping in, forgetting names, misplacing items, struggling to focus. Her doctor warned her she might be headed toward early cognitive decline. Instead of rushing into medication, she tried something simple. Every morning, she mixed a teaspoon of finely ground black sesame with honey and warm water. Within 4 weeks, she reported feeling noticeably sharper. She even began recalling the names of former students she hadn't seen in decades. The key to unlocking black sesame's benefits is how you eat it. Whole seeds can pass through your system undigested, so it's best to soak or grind them before consuming. A simple teaspoon a day, mixed into yogurt, smoothies, or honey water, can make a meaningful difference without overwhelming your diet. Black sesame offers seniors a unique mix of antioxidants, minerals, and cognitive protection, making it a smart addition to your daily routine. And it's just the beginning. The next seed is tiny but mighty, delivering a rare combination of plant-based omega-3s and hormone-balancing compounds that can lower blood pressure and calm inflammation from the inside out. Seed 3 to embrace, flax seeds. Ground, they may look tiny and ordinary, but flax seeds are one of the most powerful health boosters you can add to your daily routine, especially as you get older. Packed with plant-based omega-3 fats and a unique class of compounds called lignans, ground flax seeds deliver a 1-2 punch against inflammation, hormonal imbalances, and cardiovascular strain. Omega-3s found in flax, specifically alpha-linolenic acid, ALA, help keep inflammation in check, support blood vessel flexibility, and contribute to smoother blood flow. Meanwhile, lignans act like gentle natural estrogens that protect blood vessels, support hormone balance, and promote healthy digestion. It's a combination that makes flax an absolute standout for seniors. The science backs it up. A 2018 study published in Hypertension Research followed 110 adults over age 70 who had slightly elevated blood pressure. Half of them ate a daily muffin containing 30 grams of ground flax seeds, while the other half received a placebo muffin with no flax. After 6 months, the flax group experienced blood pressure reductions comparable to prescription medication and without a single side effect. That's not all. Flax's high fiber content also helps regulate cholesterol levels and supports digestion, something many people struggle with as they age. The catch? You must grind flax seeds to unlock their nutrients. Whole seeds often pass through the digestive tract intact, delivering little more than roughage. Noah's story shows how powerful this simple change can be. At 70, he was a retired taxi driver battling high cholesterol and chronic constipation. At his daughter's urging, he started adding a teaspoon of ground flax to his morning yogurt. Within weeks, he increased it to 2 teaspoons. After 3 weeks, his digestion improved noticeably, and over the next 3 months, his cholesterol levels dropped significantly. He described the change as feeling lighter inside and out. Adding flax seeds to your diet is effortless. Stir a spoonful into oatmeal, blend it into smoothies, or sprinkle it over yogurt. Just avoid high-heat cooking, since heat can damage their delicate omega-3 fats. For seniors dealing with stiff arteries, sluggish digestion, or creeping cholesterol, ground flax seeds are one of the simplest, safest, and most effective additions you can make to your daily routine. And while flax works quietly to rebalance your system, the next seed delivers instant, noticeable benefits from faster wound healing to deeper sleep thanks to 2 key minerals most people don't get enough of. Seed 2 to embrace. Pumpkin seeds. Crunchy, mild, and often overlooked pumpkin seeds, sometimes called pepitas, are far more than a snack. For people over 60, they're one of the most efficient ways to replenish 2 critical minerals your body naturally absorbs less of with age: zinc and magnesium. Let's start with zinc. This mineral is essential for a strong immune system, proper wound healing, and maintaining healthy muscle function. But as we get older, stomach acid levels often decline, making it harder to absorb zinc from food. That means you could eat plenty of zinc-rich meals and still end up deficient. The result? Cuts that take longer to heal, colds that linger, and muscles that weaken faster than they should, symptoms many people chalk up to just getting older. Magnesium is just as important. It plays a role in over 300 biochemical processes in the body, including muscle relaxation, nerve function, and sleep regulation. Low magnesium can show up as tight calves, nighttime leg cramps, twitches, or trouble sleeping through the night. Unfortunately, most diets simply don't provide enough, and older adults are especially vulnerable to falling short. Jack's story makes this real. At 70, he was a retired construction worker, exhausted from sleepless nights. His calves twitched constantly, and he woke up more tired than when he went to bed. He'd tried hydration tricks, stretching, even calcium supplements. Nothing worked. Blood tests showed low magnesium and borderline zinc. His fix? 1 handful of lightly roasted, unsalted pumpkin seeds each day, chewed slowly and thoroughly. Within 2 weeks, his leg cramps disappeared. A month later, he was sleeping through the night for the first time in years. His wife said it was like sharing a bed with a different person. Pumpkin seeds are simple to incorporate. Add them to yogurt, salads, or eat them plain as a quick daily ritual. Their high nutrient density makes them one of the most impactful small changes you can make. And if you think that's impressive, the final seed on our list might be the most underrated of them all. Seed 1 to embrace: hemp seeds. They might share a name with a controversial plant, but hemp seeds are nothing like what most people imagine. They contain no THC, so there's no high, just an impressive, natural balance of nutrients that make them one of the most powerful anti-inflammatory seeds for seniors. What sets hemp seeds apart is their perfectly balanced ratio of omega-3 to omega-6 fatty acids. While most modern diets lean too heavily toward omega-6, hemp seeds strike a near-ideal balance, giving your body the raw materials it needs to control inflammation, maintain mental clarity, and keep muscles strong as you age. But there's more. Hemp seeds are one of the few plant foods rich in gamma-linolenic acid, GLA, a rare anti-inflammatory compound that supports hormone balance, eases joint discomfort, and helps regulate metabolism. For seniors, this can translate to more comfortable movement, steadier energy, and fewer flare-ups from chronic inflammation. Emma's story shows why this matters. She's 76, with arthritis in both knees. Walking had become painful, and she relied on a cane to get around. Mornings were the worst, stiff, slow, and discouraging. At her nutritionist's suggestion, she began blending 3 tablespoons of hemp seeds into her morning smoothie, with almond milk and dates, alongside gentle daily walks. Within 3 weeks, her morning stiffness eased noticeably. After 6 weeks, she often moved around the house without her cane. By 2 months, she was back in her garden, kneeling to plant flowers for the first time in years. Unlike chia or flax, hemp seeds don't need soaking or grinding. They have a mild, nutty flavor and a soft texture, making them incredibly easy to add to any meal. Sprinkle them over yogurt, stir them into soups, or blend them into smoothies. No prep, no fuss. For anyone over 60 struggling with joint pain, low energy, or mental fog, 3 tablespoons of hemp seeds a day could be a simple, natural step toward feeling stronger, clearer. And now that we've uncovered the seeds that heal rather than harm, it's time to bring it all together with a powerful reminder and a challenge that can transform your daily habits starting this week. And there you have it, the truth about seeds after 60. The 4 seeds that may be quietly working against your health, and the 4 that can protect it. To recap quickly, sunflower seeds, with their sky-high omega-6 content, can tip your body into chronic inflammation. Cottonseed oil hides in everyday foods, disrupting heart rhythm and draining your energy. Sesame seeds, despite their healthy reputation, can block crucial minerals and trigger subtle sensitivities. Dry chia seeds can swell inside your digestive system, creating dangerous blockages. On the other hand, black sesame supports brain health and blood pressure with its powerful lignans. Dyed flax seeds, when ground, reduce inflammation and support cardiovascular health. Pumpkin seeds replenish zinc and magnesium, improving sleep, healing, and muscle strength. Then hemp seeds offer a perfectly balanced anti-inflammatory profile, easing joint pain and boosting vitality. What you put on your plate matters more than most people realize, especially after 60. A few small swaps can add up to major changes in how you feel day to day. Less stiffness, better sleep, clearer thinking, more energy to enjoy the life you've worked so hard to build. So here's my challenge for you. This week, take 5 minutes to check your pantry. Look closely at the cereals, salad dressings, granola bars, and snacks you eat without thinking. Swap out the seeds that chip away at your health for the ones that support it. You'll be amazed at how quickly your body responds. If this video gave you a new perspective or a practical plan you can act on, tap the like button and drop a high mine in the comments so I know you're ready to make the change. And if you know someone over 60 who could benefit from this, share it with them. One small tip might change their life. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell so you never miss our weekly videos. We're here every week with science-backed tips to help you stay active, sharp, and full of life, no matter your age. Here's to stronger bodies, clearer minds, and more vibrant days ahead.